So once again, come back in the new session. This is the seventh session of the ongoing program, and good evening, all of you. Today, we are going to discuss about control flow in MATLAB and script file. So before starting, I should share my screen, and then we will discuss everything one by one. And yes, so this is my MATLAB window, and as well as you can see this is notepad. Okay, in notepad there is some theoretical part. I will just you need to go through all the types and their use, the purpose. This script file will help you for more understanding. Okay, this is a notepad file and you can easily open in your system. There will be two files, okay, which I will upload for you. One is this one, and the second will be debugging in MATLAB. Okay, so sometimes when you have some type of error in the code, then what is the process, how you can find. So just when you have this theoretical part understanding, then this will help you to write script file as well as MATLAB code, programming, everything. But in the session, I always pay more attention in the practical part. Okay, here we will discuss only practical. I think the recording has been started, and my script is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Great. Okay, so this part which we are going to discuss today is very useful, and without understanding this control flow, we are not able to write programming and sequence of statement. Many things are there because just like we are talking, and sometimes we have questions, we have some conditional statement, and according to that we decide our response. In the same way, MATLAB understand only its own language. Every programming has their own languages, their own syntax. Okay, the language for the MATLAB is MATLAB syntax, and all these are involving some logical operation or functions. There are some relational operators. Okay, then there are some. All these are the combination of in the control flow. So when we want to execute the input statements according to our desire, okay, we want to say MATLAB follow our instructions. So the MATLAB will follow our instructions only on the behalf of some control statements. So these control flow in the MATLAB refers to the order in which the statement of a program are executed, and MATLAB provides various control flow statement that allows you to make decisions, repeat a task, and control the flow of execution. Since when you write any program and there are sequence of statement, sometimes these sequence of statements depend upon your choice, depend upon your condition, and you want to execute all these sequence of statement according to the condition based. Okay, so what are the types and how we can manipulate? Then after understanding the syntax of all these type of control statement, okay, we need to understand their syntax. Then you need to play with this syntax on the using all these. You can easily write functions which are based on some condition. Okay, just like we all are mathematician, most of you have studied like continuous function, discontinuous function, and piecewise continuous function. If you want to plot piecewise continuous, so there are some the function which is continuous in the sub-interval, but in the whole interval the function is not continuous. Okay, so to write the programming for this type of function, the function is break in the small intervals, sub-intervals. Okay, according to that, we have to give the instruction, and the instructions will be based on some type of conditional statement. Okay, so before implementing all these conditional statement, we need to understand what are the conditional statement, what are the different type of tasks. Sometimes we need to execute one task repeatedly. Okay, one task many times, just like if you want to find out the sum of the series. Okay, series just we have to apply their loop. Okay, and sometimes we need to execute one task for the given some specific of range. Sometimes we have to apply one task, we have to do repeated task until one specific condition is satisfied. Okay, so when the condition not satisfied, the program will automatically stop. So many things are there, and all these things will help you to write a smart program, and all these I'm sure will help you when we write different type of programmings for numerical methods. So all the numerical methods have some specific conditions, and according to that we have to implement. But without understanding all the this type of control flow, we are not able to write the program for in MATLAB. So just we are going to start, and we will discuss all these one by one, and the entire script I have right here. This will surely save our time. So very first statement we have is conditional statement. Okay, the main types of control statement are given at this place, and corresponding to each we have. I try to introduce a very simple example so that while using before ending, you can easily use this statement corresponding. The script is there as well as example is there. See here. So very first we have if and statement. Okay. So this statement is used when you have only one condition. Okay. If the condition is true, see, on this statement, this conditional statement you will use only when the only condition which is given is justified. Only then this will execute. Otherwise, this will not execute. Okay, and at this place I have explained about when you will use this condition and when this condition is applicable. Okay, see here the syntax to use this statement. So here you can see this is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax. Here if and at this place we will apply condition. Okay, and at this place we end. Just we have only if condition. Okay, and this condition is justify or satisfy. Only then the code which we will write at this place will execute. Okay, and I have explained very clearly code to execute if the condition is true. Okay, the condition which you will mention at this place, whatever you have, but the condition when you will apply it at this place, if the condition is satisfied, only the code which you will write at this place will execute. Otherwise, this will not give any output. Okay, see the example corresponding to this. Yes. So here you can see we have we are choosing at the place the value of x is equal to 10. The value of x is equal to 10. Okay, and we have if x is greater than 5, this is the condition. We have some input for the variable because for the variable we have a different range. Okay, so this statement will, this is the statement. You can write any function at the place. Okay, you can write but here we are displaying the value. So the value is the statement and the code at the place which we write at the place is display x is greater than 5. Okay, so this condition will be satisfied, then this code will execute. Otherwise, see here we have x is equal to 10. When you will execute and see this section, x is greater than 5. Okay, when you will take at this place minus 10. So now you know minus 10 is not greater than 5. The condition is failed. See what happened when you will execute. When you will execute, you can see in the command window there is no answer because the statement not this condition not satisfied. So this statement will not execute. This statement will execute only if the condition is satisfied. Okay, so here this was not executed because the condition failed. Condition is not true, and condition will be true only if the value is greater than 5. Now the condition is true and the statement will execute. Okay, run the code and you can see we have the output at this place. So this is a very simple example of if condition. Okay, and every condition will be end by using the end function at the place. So we will start if condition at the place and then you have to end the same condition. Keep in mind. So I think you got it, and all these will help you to write different type of functions. Okay. So now come to the next condition. Here we have if else and. Okay. Here we have if else and statement. So when you have condition and one if condition is satisfied, also if the condition is true and false, in the both cases you want to print the value. Okay, see here, use for both true and false conditions. You have one condition, whether the condition is true or it is false. In the both cases this will execute. In the first one, the code will execute when have the statement is true. But when you will use if else, in this case, the condition whether is true or false. In the both the cases, this will return the value. See at this place, this is the corresponding syntax. This is the syntax which you need to understand. And in each type of code, you will follow this syntax. So what is, this is the first condition. If the condition is satisfied at this place, then the code which you will write at this place will execute. If the condition is false, then this condition will not execute. Else, the other part, okay, the other value which is not satisfied at this place will run at this place. Okay, so this is the false part. This is the true at which the condition is satisfied, but the condition is not satisfied. Then this part, the code which you write at this place will execute. So this is the if, else, and. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay, and see the example for more understanding. See here. Okay, we have CLC, and here you know very well. Here is x is equal to 11. If x is greater than 10, this is our condition. Okay, and if x is greater than 10, then y is equal to x. You can use anything at this place. Then we are displaying at this place. So if the condition is satisfied at this place, you have a number of sequence of statement. Okay, as you can see, here are two statements. You can have more than two statements. Any number of sequence of statement can be at this place. But all these sequence of statement will execute on the basis of this condition if this condition is true. Okay, if this condition is not true, then what happen? See, then we will use else. Then we will use at the place else. So here I am using this statement must be executed. If this condition is not satisfied, then or this condition is false, okay, or not true, then this condition must be executed. Okay, so after else, what we have the value, whether it is 0 or whether it is a negative. Okay, so this statement will execute. See, I'm going to execute this section. Okay, so this is the entire code for by using if, else, and condition. And when we will execute, see, we have 11. Okay, y is equal to 11. If you can do here x square, you can do x square. You have some function. Okay, see, when you will execute, we have value. You can have any function at the base. So that function we can display the value. You can have sine function. See, you have this sine function, and when you will execute, the value of this function will be displayed at this place. If the x is not greater than 10, if x is not greater than 10, you can see 10 cannot be greater than 10. Okay, I am choosing at the place x is equal to 10. I select the value x is equal to 10, and we know that 10 cannot be greater than 10. See what happened. Yeah, x not satisfying the condition. So this condition is not satisfied. This statement will not execute. Then the other way, else we have this part. This part will execute. Okay, or either you can write at this place y1 is equal to, you can write at this place ext, exponential x. Okay, exponential x. Display y1. Okay, see, what is this one? This is the value of y1. This is the value of y1. Okay, x is not satisfying the condition. Also, this statement is printed, and this statement is also printed. You can copy and paste at this place. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Now see. Yes. So x is not satisfying the condition. That's why we have this value corresponding to this function. Okay, so you can extend according to your requirement. You can have one statement, you can have two statement, you can have three statement and more statements. Okay, whatever you need, you can manipulate according to the conditions. Okay, so this condition, when this condition is true, this sequence of statement will be executed, and when this condition is not true, only this part will be executed. I think you got my answer. I think you got what I want to say you. Is it clear? Okay. So here was whatever you can take x. So this was the very simplest part, and you can remove this one. So you will manipulate, you will play with this code when you will get this file. Yes. Okay. So here is 15, and you can easily play. You can manipulate, extend all the sequence of statement according to what you think about this type of statement. Okay, you need logical thinking, critical thinking, and computing thinking. These three things are very important for good programmer. See, here is one more example. You can see x is equal to 3. If x is greater than 5, display x is greater than 5. This statement will be executed if this statement is true. If not, then after else you will use this statement. This statement will be executed, and you can run the code. You can see x is 3. X is 3. X cannot be greater than 5. So x is less than 5. This statement executed. X is less than 5. See in the command window. And when you will choose x is 6. Now this statement will be executed. X is greater than 5. So in this way, you can easily give the instructions to the MATLAB which statement must be executed, which must be not executed. Okay, so this is the some examples of control flow. You have numerous statement and you want to execute according to your instructions, and all this will be possible if you have understanding about the what are the conditional statement, what are the logical operator, and many things are there. Okay, which we discussed in the previous lecture, and all these will help you in the coming days along with these conditional statement and the control flow. Now, see here, here is one more interesting example, if else and statement. Here you can see if else if and. Okay, when you have two or more than two conditions, two or more than two conditions. Here is you can have one condition. Okay, when more than one condition are given, then if else if and statement will help you. Okay, so this is the syntax. First, you need to understand syntax. Here you can see this is the first condition. Okay, if this first condition is satisfied, then or true, then this statement will be executed. If this condition is not true, then this will check the next condition. Else if you have a second condition, then you will use else if. Okay, at this place you have second condition. If this condition is satisfied, then this part will execute. Okay, so if this condition is not satisfied, this is also false, then this part will execute for the both the cases. If both the case conditions are false, okay, then this part will execute, this statement will execute. If you have three conditions, you can extend in the same way. Okay, if you have one more condition, you will use at this place, this is the third condition, this is the third condition. Okay, if you have three conditions, when this is satisfied or true, this code will execute. If this statement is true, this statement will execute. If this condition is satisfied, then this will execute and then end. Okay, then when we have the three conditions are there, but if these three are false, then after else, here is else. Okay, this part will execute. So this is the syntax. You can extend for more conditions, whatever you have. According to that, you can easily manipulate, you can play with the code. And this will help you to write your own code, and you can give the instructions to the MATLAB. And MATLAB, if your code and instructions, the conditions are true or correct in the right manner, then MATLAB will follow your instructions, and according to that, corresponding to this statement, this will return your desired results, what you need. Here is the very simplest example I put at the place so that you can easily understand. See here the fourth example. We have the value x is equal to 7. Okay, and we have two conditions. We will apply at this place two conditions, and see here if x is greater than 10 and this condition is satisfied, this condition, this statement will be executed. As if this is the second condition, this is the second condition. If this condition is satisfied, okay, see carefully. Here is x is greater than 10. Here is x greater than 5. Okay, if the value is greater than 10, only then this statement will execute. Okay, if the value you have greater than 5 but not greater than 10, then at this place the condition is fail or false. But at this place the condition is satisfied or true. Okay, this statement will execute. This statement will execute the value which the condition is satisfying at this place lies between 5 and 10. Okay, greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. Okay, in that case, this condition will satisfy. If the above two conditions are not true, in that case, this statement will be executed. And the result will be, I put at its place x is less than or equal to 5. See now, and you can easily play this fourth example. Just you need to run this section. Okay, x is greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. Because the value is 7, this condition is satisfied, and according to the sequence of statement, this statement will be executed because the condition is true at this place. So this condition, this statement will execute. Again, if you have the value which is 11, now the first condition is satisfied and this statement must be executed. You can check. Yes, x is greater than 10. Okay, if you will take at its place minus 11, and we know that the first two conditions are not true now, so this statement will be executed according to our sequence of statement, and check it. X is less than or equal to 5. Okay, so this is the importance of these conditional statement, and according to, by using these conditional statement, you can manipulate the statement, sequence of statement, which sequence to control the statement. According to these conditions, you can control the statement in the MATLAB. Okay, so I think this example is very simple, and how you can manipulate this sequence of statement. And also see here, I extend this example, extension of above example. Okay, see here, I am copying this sequence of statement, and now I want to play in my own manner. See here, I will take at this place. See, here is, I have some function. I have some function. Suppose it is y is equal to what should I take? I have x square. I have y is equal to x square. Okay, and suppress it, and what you will write? Display the value. Display the value, and value is y. Value is y. Okay, and here is also we are changing this statement. If the value lies between, 5 and 10, I have some more function I can take here. Suppose it is x cube. I take here x cube. You can choose any function according to your need. After that, you can play with this code. Okay, and here I have is y is equal to, you need to display this value also. You need to display this value. Display y, and yes, and now come here. Otherwise, else we have y is equal to cosine function. You can choose cosine function or modulus function. Okay, and whatever what you need, you can manipulate according your choice. Okay, so I have just one minute. Why this one? Yes. So we should check now. Here value is minus 11. Value is minus 11. CLC and clear. Okay, now check it. Display x at space y. At space we have y. Run again. Yeah, now it is correct. Okay, so here value of x is minus 11. This statement will be executed because at first two conditions are not satisfied, or first two statements are false. That's why this statement will be executed and showing the result corresponding to this function. Okay, and when you will take at space 11, and when you will execute, see, this function executed, and the value of this function we have is display at this place. Okay, and when you will have 7 lies between these two, 5 and 10, and C, yes, we have x raised to power 5. Okay, so the value is this one. So whatever you have function at this place and how many functions you have, you can insert more sequence of statement corresponding to all these conditions, and only that part will be executed, or those sequence of statement will be executed where the condition is true. Okay, and I think the examples which I put for you are very simple to understand the syntax and how you can use this conditional statement for your purpose. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir, clear, sir.
Doubt? Okay, thank you. Thank you for no doubt. And if you have any doubt, most welcome also. Yes, here is a looping statement. There are two types of loops in MATLAB. One is for loop and other is while. And both type of loops have their own use. But for loop is very interesting, very useful. Suppose if you have any series, you can use for loop as well as you can use while loop to find out the sum of the series, and this will help you to find whether the series is convergent or not. Okay. For loop, for the syntax for the for loop is very quite simple. And what is the meaning of the for loop and why we should use for loop? For loop repeats a group of statement fixed predetermined number of times. Okay, we know starting value and the end value. See the syntax for the same. At this place, this is the first statement for, then we have the index, and this index have the starting value and the end value, initial and terminal. Both the values will be at this place. Okay, then at this place we have the code. Okay, which will repeat starting from this place to this place. Okay, and for loop starting at this place and at this place, between these two, between these two statement on the top and at the bottom, which are highlighted, between these we have the sequence of statements whatever you want to include. See the simplest example. I put here the very simplest example. This is the another way also you can give the range. Okay, the initial point and terminal point. See, very simple. Here we have this is the index. This I varies from 1 to 10. This I varies from 1 to 10. Okay, and here you can display. You can display I. So when you will execute, this part, see, yes, we have the numbers, the index value from 1 to 10. You can see 1 to 10. Okay. If you will have at this place 5. So only this range will execute 1 to 5. Okay. So in this way, you can easily apply the for loop. Okay. Now you can check here 1, 2, 3 up to 5. So this is the range. This is the range. Okay. So these are now 1 to up to what you have. Okay. So here I want to put one more example. Extension of above example. Okay. Example what I copied and paste at the place. Suppose I have I is equal to 1 to 15. X is equal to 1 to 15. Yes. The initial value we have at the place. Y is equal to I 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus sine y is equal to sine I. Okay, and you can take at place x. You can take at place, sorry, you can take at place x. And the value of x is equal to initial value is 0. And when you will execute, and you need to display the value also, display y, display y. Okay, is it true? Is it true? I is equal to 1. This value must be stored. Okay, just we need to check whether it is true or false. X is equal to y is equal to x. Execute the value. Okay, CLC clear. This is 0.6503. Okay, the value is 0. If you take at this 1, then it is 1 point something. If you will have at the place 0 to 2, then okay, y is equal to x sine I. Y is equal to sine x I. And if I take y is equal to at its place x plus sine, y is equal to x sine, and when it this place is 2. We have to check whether the code which we write at its place is correct or not. Okay, only then this will be fruitful. Otherwise, this will create problem. Yes, and then you need to check at its place, display the value y1 also. Display y1. Okay, now execute. Both the values are same. It means this statement which we write at place is incorrect. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to store this value in I. We have to store this value in I. We have to store this value in I, x plus sine I, and then display I at the place. Display I, or you can choose where it must be saved. I, then I is equal to 1. This is also incorrect. This is also incorrect. Y is equal to, if we will have y is equal to 1, the value is at its place, then I equal to 2, and 3, and 4. Just 1 minute. I think while applying the code, there is some error. Just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please. 1 minute. 1 minute. Where is the error? Okay. Yes. Now we can try this part. Yes, it is true, I think. Yes. So now, sorry, the file. Yes, now we can check it. Sharing the screen. Come here. Yes. So here is the example which I checked. So the value of n is equal to 5, and we want to find out the sum of the series. Okay, and we have the initial value, because when you will apply the loop to find out the sum of any series. Okay, this is the sum of the natural number, and we want to find out the sum from 1 up to 5. Okay, so how you can use the upper value we have is 5, initial value we have to suppose at plus 0. Okay, and now we are using for loop at space I equal to 1 to n. At space you can use directly 5, or either you can use in this way also, n is equal to 5. Okay, so what is there? This is the sum of the series which you have the initial value will be used at this place. I is equal to 1. So 1 plus 0, we have 1. This value will be stored at this place. Okay. So this value, which is stored at this place for I equal to 1, this will be replaced at this place. Okay. Then the next value I equal to will be added, and the value on the left hand side will be updated. So this for loop will work until n is equal to 5. And at the end we have the sum of the series up to 5 values, and when you will execute, you can see this is the sum. If you want to choose the sum of first 100 term. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 100, and this will return the sum of first 100 terms when you will execute. You can you can check it. This is the sum of the first 100 terms. So in this way, you can find out the sum of the series, any kind of series you may have. And if you have sum of you want to find out the sum of the series or series of function, that also can be possible. So all the functions in special function which are in the form of a series, you can use this for loop. Like we have a Mehar function is highly used. So this for loop can be easily used to find out the convergence or the values of the Mehar function for several parameters. Okay, so this function, this for loop will work in this way. I think, is it clear now? Is it clear? Application part is clear. How you can use the for loop? If you have any question, please. Okay, now we have while loop. Now we have while loop. So a while loop repeat a group of statement as long as the condition is true. See at the place. So here we have x is less than 5. So first value we are choosing at this place is x is equal to 1. Okay. So this statement will execute or will repeat until the value of x is less than 5. As soon as we have x is equal to 5, this will stop. Okay. See at this place, we have x is equal to x plus 1. So what is the meaning of this statement? We have the value at this place x is equal to 1. That will be added at this place 1 plus 1, 2, and the value of x is now 2. 2 will be again replaced at the place 2 plus 1 becomes 3. The value will be updated on the left hand side. This is the value is 3. Again, this value will be used at this place 3 plus 1, 4, and the value will be updated again when you the value is 4 plus 1, 5, and 5 is equal to 5. So this condition is not met. Will stop when x is equal to 4. You can execute. See, x is 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4. Okay, so in this way you can use while loop. So this will execute until the condition is met. Okay, so the condition will fail, this will stop. So this is the use of while loop. So sometimes you can also use while loop to write any function. Okay, for writing the function you can use also while loop, but the understanding and the difference between two, for loop and while loop. Okay, in the some cases you can use both. Either you can use for loop for writing the same function, and you can replace for loop for the same function by using while, and vice versa. Now we have switch statement. Now we have switch statement, and this is also highly useful while writing the different type of programs. And in the some cases of numerical methods, we can use switch statement in the MATLAB also. Okay. What is a switch statement? Switch statement in MATLAB is a control flow structure that allows you to execute different blocks of the code based on the value of a single variable. It provides a more concise and readable way to handle multiple conditional checks compared to using several if and else if statement. Okay, so this will work blockwise, or whenever the condition or the case is justified, only then this will execute. See at this place, here is the structure. First we will follow the structure. What is the structure for the same? Yes, this is at this place we have the switch variable, and case value 1, you will assign the values at this place. The code execute if the variable is equal to value 1. Okay, and this is the case 2, case when value 2 is there, the code will execute if variable is equal to value 2. See At this place, we will define the variable. If this variable is equal to the value, see, this variable if equal to value 1, then this statement will execute. If the variable is equal to value 2, this statement will execute, and so on. You can extend for value 2, value 3, value 4, value 5, and so on. And otherwise, when no value are equal to variable, then this statement will execute. Okay, and at the place we will end. See the simplest example I put at the place, the example number 7. See, so here is the first statement, and this is a variable. Okay, variable, the variable is day. Variable is day, but day is equal to Friday. Okay, so this is the value for case first, Monday. If the value if the variable is equal to Monday, then this statement will execute. If the variable is equal to this value, this is the value second, okay, Wednesday. If the variable is equal to Wednesday, then this statement will execute. If the variable is equal to Friday, then this statement will execute. If the variable not equal to any value, then this statement will execute, and you can check it. Now see, we have the variable day, and at the place the variable is Friday. Variable is Friday, and when you will execute end the week, so this statement executed. If you have Monday, if you have Monday at the place, if you will have Monday and execute this statement executed, because this value and this value is equal. The value of variable and value both are equal. So this case will execute. Or at this place there will be there may be some block. Okay, so this is the entire part is divided into the block. This is one block, this is second block, this is third block, and this is the last block for other cases. Okay, so all these blocks will work according to your desired case, and you can use this switch statement also. And at the end, we have jump statement. Jump statement. How these jump statement will work? Okay, this also play very useful, and these statement abruptly change the program flow. First is there are two cases. One is break, and the other is the second one is continue, and I think there third one is return. So we have three types. So first we deal with break. So exit a loop immediately when you will use break. Okay, the break statement is used to exit from a loop prematurely. When MATLAB encountered a break statement within the loop, it immediately exits the loop and continues executing the statement following the loop. See at this place. This is a very simple example how you can use. See, this is the for loop. This is the for loop, and values we at this place choose are 1 to 10. The index value are 1 to 10, and this is the display function. But at this place, if this condition is satisfied, what is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of this one? Anyone place I have explained in the previous lectures. What is the meaning of this statement? This part which I highlight at this place. Anyone please?
This is a condition.
Yeah, this is the conditional statement. Okay, if I is equal to 5, when the value I is equal to 5, when we are using single equal, that is assignment variable. So in the very first, we are assigning the value to I. We are assigning at the place value of I which are 1 to 10. But at the place, we have the conditional statement or logical statement. Okay, so here when this condition is met, I is equal to 5. Okay, So this will at the place we are break the statement. We are breaking the loop, and immediately the loop will close. See at this place when you will execute and see yes. So we use this loop for I is equal to 1 to 10. We have this index, but you want to break when you have this value I is equal to 5. Okay, and you want to break this loop, and you see we have only the values up to 5. If you will have at a place 9, see, yeah, up to 9, we have up to 9. Okay, and if you have at a place 2, check it again. Yes, only 2. So when this condition is met, the loop will break and exit. So these are the exit values. So this is the use of break. Second, we have continue. We have continue. See, skip to the next iteration of a loop. So when you will use continue, and the continuous statement is used to skip the remaining statement in the current iteration of a loop and proceed to the next. So in this case, when you the condition is met, only that part will be skipped. See at this place. Here we are using I is equal to 1 to 5, and if this condition is met, only this part I is equal to 3. When the value of I will be equal to 3, only that part will you can say exempt, and the rest part for the loop will execute. Okay, so that's why we are using at place continue. See the example properly at space we are using this statement if is end at space, and the for loop is end at space. This will display all the values corresponding to continue statement. Okay, check it. So see at a place when we have I is equal to 3, in the previous the loop was break and exit. But here when this condition is met, note this value exempted from the loop. Okay, and continue after this value. You can see only 3 value is not appeared in this case. Okay, so this is the use of continuous statement. And at the end, we have one more example, return. This is also very useful sometimes while writing the code. The return statement is like a quick exit button for a function in the MATLAB. If MATLAB sees return statement while inside a function, it immediately stops whatever it's doing in that function and goes back to where the function was called from, or back to the command prompt if the function was called directly from there. It's a way to end the function early if needed. So for more understanding, we have to take the example. See here. See in this function. I have write my function. Okay. I have write a function. My function. You need to check this function. Okay. I have created at a base. This one. So what is there? I want to calculate the square root of x. X is any argument. So here, if x is less than 0, we know we are not able to find out the square root of any number which is negative. Okay, so we want to display that if x is less than 0, then display input should be non-negative. Input must be non-negative, and the result will be null. There is no result. And then if this condition is in this way, or otherwise return to the this one. If x is less than 0, then this will this will not return any value, and this will display the message that the value must be non-negative. Okay, otherwise this will return to the function which we have at this place. This will completely jump to the function immediately if this condition is not met. Okay, at this place, and this is the function to find out square root of x. Okay, so usually a square root is inbuilt function in the MATLAB, but at this place we present a example how you can use to write a function by using the return function. Okay, and many times when you have a proper way to write and to define the your own function to find out some type of numerical approach, okay, you will create your function and that function will be used for different type of prompts. Okay, in that case you have to write functions for, like you can see there is OD45. So this is the numerical method which is inbuilt in the MATLAB and you can directly use. But how this method will work, and that is completely numerical approach based on numerical methods which we have studied. And following those, you can write a function, and by using the same, we can have different type of. Just you need to replace the function only the value of dy upon dx, and you can you need not require to write function the complete programming again and again. So in that case you need all these workflow which we discussed till now, and this statement will also will help you when if you have any type of value, when that if that value is lies in your input, then you will have this message, and only otherwise the function must be executed. So this is the function which we write at this place, and now we want to execute this function in our this section. See at place here the value of x is 5. Okay, and we call the function which we write in the script file, and at the place we are using the same. When you will execute this sequence of statement and display, to display the value which will be computed at the place store in the result, and this function is used to display the value. And when you will execute, see the square root of 5 is 2.2361, but if the value is minus 5, okay, now see what happened corresponding to the function which we write at the place. Input should be non-negative. Okay, otherwise the another way, if you will comment this statement, save it and again come to at this place, okay, you see that there is no message, there is no output, because this condition is satisfied, and you can see that the result is empty. There is no value when the value of x is negative. So according to this function, for the negative value of the argument, this will not display any value. Okay, so this box, this bracket we are using for the empty value, and if you want to display some message for your programming, then you need to save again. And now when you will use this message will display in your command window. Yes. Okay. Now you need to make the value greater than 0. Okay. If you will take at space 0, see what happens. Square root of 0 is 0. And if you have minus 0.000001, input should be non-negative. Okay, so in this way you can manipulate all this, and this function is used at this place. We have right at a space. Okay, some parts are also there. For application visit, yeah. So the above discussion I put at this place on my lecture, and that is completely based on if-else conditions. And when you will visit on this lecture, this is the YouTube link. Just you need to copy and paste in the YouTube. This will play. And what is there in this lecture? If you must visit this link. What we have done for the piecewise continuous function. Okay, we write the program. Then by using these above conditional statement, control statements. Okay, then we write the function, save in the script file. Then we get some numerical value as well as graphical interpretation. Okay, so this lecture is very useful to write how you can write the function by using these conditional statements. This will help you. And these are some references which also will help you for more information. I will share with you. Okay, after the file. So here my script. Okay. So after that, you know very well how we can write the script. Many things we discussed in the previous lectures, but in this session, we include the control statements and script files, functions, both were included. So this is the simplest script file at this place you can see. It calculates the sum of two numbers. Okay, so you are defining the value of A, argument is 5, B is 7, then you will write at this place some function. Okay, sum A is equal to A plus B, and then you are displaying the value. And to display, you have this the sum of numeric. You know this part, this function. This will convert the numbers into string. Okay, because at the place this is the string. This will print in the command window. The value of A is string. We need to convert in the string. The value of B also we need to convert in the string at this place. And the sum, this answer will be printed at this place. Okay, so when you will execute this file, you can run from this place. Yeah. So see, this is this one. So the file is saved with the name of my script. Okay, and the value this value pass at this place, and this value pass at this place. The value which is stored in the sum pass at this place, and we have the complete statement to display in the command window. The sum of 5 and 7 is 12. If you will change at this place, this is 15. This is 17. And again, when you will execute, see the sum of 15 and 17 is 32. So in this way, you can write very nice, you can say script to play with the code. Okay, so all these skills are required for the nice programming. And last we have is at this place one more example. We create what we have done at this place by using, yeah, this is the example of to use switch statement. Okay, by using the switch statement, we have one function we create at the place. See, you can check yourself. We create at this place calculator, and here is operation. At this place we have the argument 1 and argument 2 for two inputs. Okay, switch operations we have case 8. When you will use 8 operation value, this value will match with this value. Then the result will be addition of these two values. And if subtract is met, then this statement, this part will be executed. If we have multiply, then this part will be executed. Divide. Okay, this is the part for the division. This must not be equal to 0. This must not be equal to 0. Only then this will execute and display the answer division by 0. If the value is 0, in that case there will be none, not a number. Okay, or invalid division. So this is the program which we write for the calculation calculator. And here is the application. Here is the application. Okay, so you can see this is the result 1, result 2, result 3, result 4. We put all the examples. Okay, so when this variable will equal to this value, then this statement will be executed and will return the sum of these two arguments. Okay, and similarly, when according to this input, according to the variable, we have the operation of these inputs, and you can check it. You can run the entire file and go to the yes. So addition is 8, subtraction is 6, multiplication is 6, division is 6. Okay, so corresponding to all these statements, we have each answer. So this is the today's entire session, which I want to present here, and I take half an hour more than the required. So now it is over to you. If you have any question, please feel free to discuss with me. All of you are silent. Are you present with me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Manoj Singh, how are you, sir?
Good, sir. Good, sir. Sir,
Great.
one of my queries that this you explained very well and we understand very well. But any example related to maximum and minimum value?
Yeah. We can do everything for the maximum, for minimum. Okay, I will provide some more examples because for this session, I prepare this script file so that I can easily clear all the concept related to all these control statements. And according to this, you can manipulate, you can play with the programming. Okay, whatever you need, you can use for maximum, minimum, everything what you need. Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you,
if
sir.
you need some more examples, you can. Today I would like to share one feedback form because it is long time to share with you, and also I will upload some assignment for you that will be based on some questions, completely based on which we discussed in the previous lectures. Okay, and you will submit so that I can get how much these content are understandable for you and how much you get this information. Okay, so this is very important to write programming and to control the workflow of the programming, and by using these you can say control statements, you can instruct MATLAB according to your desire. Okay, so without all these